What's good, everybody? It's your boy Breezy. Now, look, I know it looks a little different, and it's all good. Got a couple of technical difficulties over here, rocking with Restream, but it's something that I'm going to probably be able to fix. I'm going to wait to do it after the stream. I didn't know some things was going down, but I tell you what, I got a question for you. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg, or Deebo Samuel gets extended? Jimmy Garoppolo trade. You be the judge, man. We'll talk about it today on the WayneBreezie Show, man. Stick around. Let's get this show crack-a-lacking. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Look, everything looks off-centered. Restream has, I didn't realize some things was going down with Restream. So, apparently my let me know what it looks like on your TV set. Rohan should be here in a little bit. I know on my joint, it's like off, so I'm trying to get that fixed. I didn't realize that it was going to be like that. What's going on, Tim? How you doing out there? Raphael's in the building. Sean. Hey, Sean, tell me what it looks like. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? The intro is straight fire. Appreciate it, man. Still working on stuff. Everybody's saying it's good out there. Listen, Restream, so what happened was my plan expired and they extended the plan. And then they gave me this crazy plan where they charged me this crazy astronomical price. And then I asked them for a refund. And so I've been waiting on a refund, and I didn't know it was going to be refunded, which they did. So shout out to the people from Restream. They refunded me the money, but they also stripped me booty butt naked from what I had. And so I had to quickly get a service, and I wasn't going to pay them, that full amount of money back because I'm not sure if I want to still rock with Restream, but it is what it is, man. Happy Friday, happy people. How you guys doing out there, man? I'm curious to know. Listen, on the East Coast, let me tell you, it's hot. Like HAWT, hot. I was outside running today. I don't know why I went running today. My wife told me not to go running today. Men, listen to your significant others, or people just listen to your significant others. If your significant other tells you not to do something, do exactly what they said. So I'm like, you know what? I can do it. It's early in the morning. I can go out there. I can still run. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got up an hour later because I couldn't sleep for some reason. I got up an hour later, so I didn't start running until about 9 a.m. at 9:30. And then when I got outside, it was already at 9 o'clock. It was 85 degrees. So my wife sent me. So y'all talking about the weather. Y'all talking about it's hot out there. My wife sent me. I hate this 720 mode, bro. I hate it. But Mudbone says I'm good. I haven't been in 720 since 2005. You know what I'm saying? So she sends me this picture of the weather app, right? Now, let me tell you how sophisticated the weather app is. Mose, what's good, baby? Hey, man, tell my nephew to do his thing at basketball camp today, bro. I'm rooting for you guys. So I got to share this because she sent me this thing, and I didn't know the weather app did this. The weather app, if you slide over on the weather app, it tells you that if you should run or not. It says, do not run. That's exactly what it said. It said the air quality is low. Do not run. So an hour after I went out, I got home, I made it home safely. I'm here. I didn't have enough time. Shout out to Lake City Fresh too. Everybody out there, listen. I'm gonna talk about Lake City in a minute. That's my dude. So I'm out there running. I get home. I realized that my run time, my pace was a little slower. In the middle of the run, I had to call my wife and said, it's okay to be slower, right? Because it's like 99 degrees outside. She's like, duh. And so I made it home safely, did my workout, whatever. Now, I do feel good. I feel better after the shower, but I'm here, and I'm here to rock out with you guys. And I did not know that this stuff was going down with Restream, so I didn't have enough time. You feel me? Andy says, don't feel bad. I just returned I can't even imagine what it was like in the Bahamas, bro. I haven't been on a tropical type of trip ever since. Where did we go? I went somewhere. I got so burnt. I'm never coming back here, yo. It's 80 in LA. What? So I've been in LA. I did the opposite, Tanya. I did. It's 80 in LA. But I'm telling you, I know that's hot. But if you guys on the West Coast haven't experienced what we call humidity, he said it looks like I've been eating wings in the sun. Wait a minute, I got to get to this comment. If you guys haven't experienced humidity, never experience humidity. I just want to say, Ty, thank you, bro. Hey, Ty, listen, I got to give credit to where credit is due. Sean, I'm going to read your contribution in a second, and I appreciate that. But Ty, I got to ask you this question, bro. I saw your tweet. I apologize I wasn't following you. It's weird. Sometimes I'd be thinking I'm following people, but somehow you came across my timeline and I saw your tweet. Your luggage. Now, I want this Louis Vuitton bag that I'm dying to get. I saw Debo with it, and it was like the brown with the red and gold trim, and I'm gonna find it. I just because I want it. My wife told me not to get it. Anyway. So I want to know where you got that luggage, bro. See, Paul said, Paul, you're reading my mind, bro. If you don't want to put it out there, please DM me a link. I like to travel. I'm a 49er fan, so I travel. When I travel for 49ers, people think I work for the team. And so, hey, 49ers, San Francisco, if you want to give a brother a job, I'm currently looking for a job. So if you want to give a brother a job, I appreciate it. I got to start with the Super Chat contribution. Sean starts us off early. He says, looks like Breezy been eating some wings in the sun. The refund is coming with the tax return. Your friend promised you. Jesus loves you. Y'all be blessed. I know Jesus loves me, bro. You ain't got to tell me that Jesus loves me because he got me home in 95-degree weather with the humidity at like 120, bro. He got me home. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it up the hill. Made it up the hill. Jesus, I love you back, brother. Thank you so much, man. Sean, thank you for the contribution too. Bomber says he ain't nothing. I love these comments. I train in a metal gym. What's a metal gym? What the heck is that? Like everything is metal, so it absorbs the heat and you touch it, you get burnt. I don't know. But Ty, listen, bro, if you know where that luggage is, if you could find that luggage, you know what I'm saying? Please send me that joint. Mose couldn't be here today, so we got Rohan filling in. I think he has to wake up. It's early. He probably thought I meant 11:30 his time. And so, yeah, maybe I should give him a call. Maybe we'll call him on the show, see if he'll wake up. Mose couldn't be here. He's out doing daddy duties. Actually, I can see Mose being a basketball coach too. And so his son is at basketball camp. You know what I'm saying? And he did make this comment. He says, Robert, how do you say that name? Robert K is meh and D4 gotta go. Love you, bro. Hey, here we go. So Gammon, Gammon, we're related somehow. You guys got contributions early. I'm going to read the contributions early so I don't forget because my brain is on medicated drugs. All right, here we go. Master J, can you say FO? FOMO. That's all we have left before training camp starts. Now, the players report, I believe, on the 26th, and I think the first day of training camp is where you're going to get to see them practice is the 27th. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on the 26th. I think that's a Tuesday, right? The 26th? Somebody check the calendar. Tell me if the 26th is a Tuesday. The 26th, I'll be doing a giveaway. You do not want to miss that show. I can tell you that right now because you're going to want to give away. All right. So shout out to Master J, man. Thank you for the comment, man. You get the touchdown foghorn, man. 4 days left, everybody. Training camp is about to be on fleek. I know we don't say that anymore. I don't even know where fleek came from. I just know for a short period of time in like 2019, 18, maybe we said that word on fleek, but training camp is about to be lit. I've been saying that since I was 2. It's about to be on fire. Here we go. Gammon, the super chat is to remind Sean he is in second place for the daily. So what Sean's going to do is, never mind. You guys can go ahead and do your thing, but I appreciate all the contributions, man. Gammon, shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. Now, look, man, and here we go. And see, this is what it is. So, guys, I can't get started with the show because we got, 2 contributors out there trying to show, You know what I'm saying? That their bank accounts is 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 up. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Oh, your birthday is the 25th. All right. So shout out to PA 49. We got the PA Niner 87. We got to do something, Niner fan. Got to do something for the birthday. Guys, it's going to be one of those question Q&A shows. So, man, listen, I'll let you know when to start that up there. You don't have to pay for the contribution. I do want to check out some of your questions. I'm going to check them out. It's sure, Breezy, the only reason why I know is my birthday is the 25th. All right. So, training camp is about to start up. I know everybody's excited. It's going to be crazy. If you're going to ask me a question, make sure you preface it with question. Then I know to try to highlight it and get it up there on the show at some point. Guys, we got to get through the formalities, man. I thank everybody for the early contribution. Sean, I didn't read this contribution. He said second, huh? 2 is bigger than 1. We're going to leave it at that. You know why 2 is bigger than 1? Because 1 + 1 = 2. Lake City. Let me say, I gotta mention Lake. Lake and I are working on something behind the scenes, and I just wanted to let him know how much I truly appreciate his professionalism, his effort, his time, and things like that. And don't forget to send me the bill because I know it's gonna cost, and I'm all go for that. But Lake, I was running to your to like a mixture of your albums. I was like, "Hey Siri, Lake City Fresh," and she just let it fly. I'm conflicted because you rap, you sing. I'm like, I don't know which one is better. Like they both are like equally like on point, bro. Like, yo, your vibe is fire. You do everything that I wish I could do. Everything you do, I do in my head, and then I try to get others to do it. Can we please work together outside of what we do? Like I want to do, I literally want to do this. I want to produce a 49ers album. I want to get Lake City Fresh on there, Fear to God, to work with me on the production and the rapping and the writing, other artists. I want to get other artists that, do things. And we want to do specific tracks for specific players. I have not forgotten about that. I'm hoping we can get into something like that. Lake City, let me know if that's something you're interested in. We'll figure out how to work it out, bro. Peachy is in the building. I haven't talked to Peachy in 2 days. I'm slipping. Peachy, she has a super chat contribution. She gets the foghorn. She gets 2 foghorns. She gave $10. So I'm going to give her 2 foghorns. Shout out to anyone who reps Breezy on his platforms. The hardest working man in this MF. Keep hating. Only makes us stronger. Ready to drive the new Lancer. Oh, Peachy. You gotta, PG, please talk to me before you say any words that come out of your mouth because I'm not even going, look, I love this contribution, but you said something in here and you gave me an idea. I love it, Peachy. Keep up the great work. Guys, Peachy's the first lady of Nitty Gritty, and listen, so Peachy and I are going to be working on her own channel. I'm going to be producing her channel for her, and you're going to want to sign up for the Peachy channel. I could tell you that right now because Peachy, she don't play. Peachy don't play. Peachy, thank you for the contribution. I appreciate you. I hope work is treating you right. I know it's hot out there. Please don't go off on everybody today. It's Friday. Give everybody a break. Remember that show, Give Me a Break? Peachy, please give everybody a break. Peachy like the real Nell Carter out here, man. Love her to death, Peachy. Thank you so much for the contribution. Sean's back. Hey, guys, stop trying to grab the wheel. I'm the driver in the seat. I felt like he wanted to say the MF and C, but that's not Sean's role, so I'll do it for you. He's the driver in the seat, right? You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, I got to ship out some stuff. Sean, I'm going to get to your stuff hopefully by this weekend. We have a giveaway that I got to ship out, a lot of things. I got my guest on here. It's going to be popping, the young gunner. That's what I call him. He's going to be in here real soon. Let me get through the formalities of the show, then I'll go ahead and bring him on and we'll talk 49er football. But thank y'all for just the small talk. It was so cool. I appreciate it. Listen, comment, and subscribe on my boy Mo's channel, man. man, go to youtube.com/MosKnows. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers before the season starts. Please go ahead, if you're not already subscribed to his channel, subscribe to it. He's an NFL content creator, but he is a diehard 49er fan. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Do not sleep on this brother. His knowledge is so amazing. I love him to death. He's out there doing daddy duties. That's why he's not here today. Go to the website, www.twben.com. All right, make sure you do that. Like, comment, subscribe right here. This is so weird. I feel so big and close up and personal. You guys can see the gray hairs. All right, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube channel right here, guys. Look, I need to get to 5K, right? I'm far away from 5K. I want my brothers to get to their 1K first, so I can wait. But help me get to 5K as well. YouTube.com/WayneBreezie. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to like. That's super important. I'll take the likes over the subscribes right now. I need these likes up because it is about to be on like popcorn. You know, the content is about to be popping, and your boy Breezy is going to be working. Twitch.tv/WayneBreezie. Listen, I got people buying PlayStation 5s. They about to join this online Madden League. It's about to be popping. The first ever WayneBreezie Nitty Gritty League. It's going to be crazy. Fantasy football is about to kick off. If you want a shot at a belt and to show up the champion, her name is Peachy. She won fair and square, hands down. I was mad. I'll tell you why I was mad later in another episode. But guys, you want a shot at the belt, man, make sure you join the Nitty Gritty Niners Fantasy Football League. I'll give you the details for that. Follow and subscribe on the Patreon. Don't forget to join the Patreon, patreon.com/WayneBreezie. Twitter and Facebook, it's just WayneBreezie. Make sure you go ahead and do that. I am giving away an Elijah Mitchell autographed JSA authentication jersey to one of the first 25 super followers. Now, how do you become a super follower? You go on Twitter, you look for super followers under my name, you click on it, bada boom, bada bing, you'll get my tweets super fast. You'll be entering this Elijah Mitchell jersey contest right here. I'm telling you, man, this junk is fresh, dressed like $1,000,000. But the only way you can win this joint is if you become a super follower. So, hey, just do it. I mean, that like Nike, just do it. Instagram, WayneBreezie2. I was thinking about changing it to the real WayneBreezie. It's the longer name. Let me know what y'all think about that instead of WayneBreezie2. WayneBreezie2 sucks to me, but it was the first thing that came to my mind when WayneBreezie got hacked. All right. Email sportsbreezie@gmail.com. And don't forget to check out all of the articles on 49erwebzone.com. Shout out to my man, David Bonilla. That is the guy who runs the ship over there. And shout out to all the writers and content creators from there. And we have one here today. Man, I can't wait to bring him on. We'll get into that. Don't forget to join us versus the Bears with 49ersrushroadtrip.com. My brother John Chapman, we're going to be out there in Chicago. Moses is going to be there. We got the family there. It's going to be crazy. I think Peachy's going to be out there. Yo, you're not going to want to miss the experience with us, the game, everything, and Trey Lance getting his first win of the season. So make sure you're out there celebrating with us, all right, guys? And last but not least, I want to show this brother some love because this is not the pen he's giving away. He has a special Trey Lance pen that's going to be going down this Sunday. I'm about to hit him up right now because I need to make sure I get in the running. I always forget because I'm in church. I always forget. And next thing you know, what's 11 o'clock? You know what? I don't know what 11 o'clock is. Rohan, what? Oh, this is not going to work. Rohan, I'm not feeling this.
What happened?
I can't see what it looks like. So you're not even in my screen setting.
All right, I'll come out. I'll come in and hopefully.
It's not you. It's me and Restream. Now, let me ask the people out there if they can see you. If they can see you, we're good, and we'll just keep rocking.
I can see both of us. I know I can see both of us.
Oh, you can see both of us?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's just my Restream.
Your backdrop just popped up now, so I think you're good on my end. I just don't know about you.
That's weird as a mug because I can't see you. And I feel super zoomed in, like my camera is super zoomed in, and it shouldn't be. And I think that's what it is. But it happened when I did some changes with Restream. I think I'm going to be leaving Restream. It's unfortunate, but I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm headed back to StreamYard.
I don't think they can see me in the chat. So this is interesting.
So can they see you in the chat? What are they saying? No?
They're saying we can't see me. They're saying
okay. See, this is crazy to me. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like I can't figure out why it is like that, Rohan. I'm really struggling. I can only see a quarter of them. Go figure. So I'm trying to move these boxes around and they're not letting me. I've downgraded my account. I don't know if that's why it's doing this. So I'm gonna fully upgrade my account and hopefully it'll fix. And if it fixes, hold on.
Here, I'll adjust the camera a bit, but they're saying we can only see my screen.
Yeah, I can't even see you on my joint. Yeah, like Miss Debbie says, she can only see your ceiling.
Someone's saying Breezy move right and you would be good. I don't know what that means, but
bro, I can't move right. I'm trying to drag the thing and it's not doing it. So I don't want to pay more money and it doesn't fix the thing.
Restream is weird, man.
Yo, dude, this is it. This is the last show we're gonna do on WeStream. Oh, he's saying if you move right, like you slide over. Cause you're in. So right now, what we see is the corner. Move left.
Like this.
There you go. And then they'll get the keep going. Keep going. There you go. There we go. We fixed it. Somehow. It's the weirdest thing. It's like my camera box is taking over the whole screen, and it shouldn't. It should be automatically laid out.
I'll give you a picture of how mine looks because it's way different, I guess, than yours.
Okay, send me a picture. I'm curious to see what it looks like. Everybody's saying, "There we go." They just wanted to see your handsome face, bro. This is so funny, man. I told everybody you were still asleep, bro.
No, I was not asleep. I was actually outside of the house. That's why I was late.
Got you, man. You're up dumb early, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, I want to see what yours look like. This is so funny. What a freaking, he says close the overlay. I can't close the overlay, John. Like this, oh, you mean take off the overlay. All right. So if I do that, it's still, yeah, it doesn't make anything different.
Yeah.
This is weirder than a motherfricker.
Minimize your screen, Breezy.
Minimize my screen. Okay. My screen is just about as minimized as it can get. Like, what do you mean minimize it?
I don't know why it's portraying something different on your end. On my end, it seems totally fine right now.
Okay, so let me check out this picture that you sent me.
It seems different.
No, that junk looks really okay. So on Rohan's screen, it's perfect.
Yeah, on my screen, it's totally fine right now.
Okay. Restream, you have freaking failed, yo. The only thing is they're getting $19 from me. So after this, I'm moving back to StreamYard. Sorry, guys. It's been real. It's been a good run with Restream for the year. They took too long to update anyway. And at least they fixed the chat. Oh, matter of fact, let me just double check to see what the YouTube chat is. Yeah, at least the chat is fixed, guys. We're not complaining about the chat. My screen, Rohan, is smaller than you. So I don't know what it looks like to them.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I really do not look. I look like
49er Jeff said it looks like you got a license, a driver's picture.
All you need is my voice. That's all we need for today.
Yeah. All right. So I tell you what, man. Let's just get to this show so we can get the hell up out of here, yo. This is really weird, and it is what it is. Miss Debbie, now this is funny. She says that your screen is supersized. That's what I'm saying, Miss Deb. Like, why is my screen supersized? That I don't get it. Do you think I should pay to go back to 1080? Because I'm so used to, maybe, you know what? Oh, I know what's wrong, Rohan.
Okay.
I think I know what's wrong. Rohan, run the show. I'ma dip out. I think I'm gonna change my settings on my camera to 720.
All right.
And let's see if that fixes it. Let's see if I'm an IT genius. Be back, guys. Rohan, you got it.
All right. So how do I look on here? You guys in the chat, let me know. How do I look? Am I normal now, or is it still me and a driver's license type of shit? But while that starts, whole point of today's show: Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, and GSU for life. Breezy is going to be back. Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance. That's the topic for today. A lot of news has popped up, and camera down a hair. All right. Let's see. Unfortunately, I am not the host, so I can't really change much. My mouth is cut off. Interesting. All right. Here, I will text Wayne to go to 480. Good suggestion, CJ. I have no idea how I look on your end. Let me pull up the YouTube stream and figure out. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah. I think it is supersized. I see how it's zoomed in. All right. So I'm going to be here for a minute because I can't change the zoomed in settings. Only Wayne can change the zoomed in settings. So when he comes back, you will see the non-zoomed in settings, hopefully. But I can see how it feels right now on your end. All right. Whew. Okay, let's see. Let's try and figure it out. All right. It seems hella blurry too on the YouTube stream. Yeah, I'm going to drop the camera just for y'all's sake so you can see the backdrop, and I will just talk for now. But guys, like we said, Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, we heard a bunch of news recently. Jimmy Garoppolo is technically now officially on the move. The 49ers have officially granted the trade request. But guys, we heard about this 4 months ago. Matt Maiocco reported that John Lynch, back in March 31st, the press conference that he held back then, he told that he had given permission for Jimmy Garoppolo's agents to seek a trade. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are confused why this matters. Seeking a trade is not only seeking a trade. Seeking a trade doesn't just mean they're going to find out a team to go to. With Jimmy Garoppolo's case, it's way different than every other quarterback because Jimmy Garoppolo has a non-guaranteed contract. When you talk about Baker Mayfield's contract, it was fully guaranteed, the $18 million. So regardless where Baker Mayfield played, Baker Mayfield was going to make $18 million this year. However, for Jimmy Garoppolo, he's not making a single dollar right now. His contract is non-guaranteed. As we see Wayne pop up right now, coming up in and out, we'll see how it is. But Jimmy Garoppolo, his contract is non-guaranteed, meaning if the 49ers cut him once he passes that physical, we don't know if he has yet, once he passes that physical, he's not making any money. So the whole point of requesting a trade is because teams can now negotiate with Jimmy Garoppolo's agent to lower down that salary number, and it doesn't impact the 49ers at all. Teams can negotiate with Garoppolo for him to make maybe $12 million this year, $15 million this year as a base salary, which they can take onto their salary cap because right now only the Cleveland Browns can take on Garoppolo's full salary, and they're not going to pay it. Teams can negotiate down to 12 million to 15 million so that they can take on his contract, and the 49ers don't have to eat any money in that situation. So that's what is that's kind of the new news in the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. Wayne seems frustrated because Restream just do not work right now.
I mean, I changed the settings to 720/30, and now this is so funny.
Oh my God! Now you are. I see the.
It's like the Restream. It's like the Restream thing is off kiltered. You know what? I'll just, whenever you're talking, I'll switch it to here, and then whenever I'm talking, I'll switch. What do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. Like I've tried. I've switched it to 720. Let me go back and just double check it.
I think what we should do is you stay on the other side, your face being supersized, and then they can just hear my voice. They can hear my voice.
This freaking sucks. Restream. I don't understand. I don't understand. I got my money back so I can talk shit. I don't get it. I don't understand. And then when I first came in,
like every time there's an issue, it always happens with you. They just do not like you.
They don't like me. It's something that they don't like. They don't like Breezy. Like, I'm not gonna be stressed because you guys are here. I'm not gonna be stressed. Go ahead and finish, man. You were talking. I do apologize for this. I'm trying to change the thing. I am super zoomed in. Like, I don't understand why I can't change the zoom on Restream. I'm shifting through all the camera options. The only thing I can think of is if I pay for the upgrade. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So should I do it?
I think it's okay. We'll keep it for today, and then you probably should move.
This sucks. There you go.
All right. We good now?
Yeah, like I realized I had to change my camera's settings because now I got my camera back to straight and it's got my whole thing, but it's like you're zoomed in. Like why are the boxes so big? PA Niner fans says don't give him any more money. Can I restart the show? Oh hell no, we 31 minutes in.
We gotta go now. We 31 minutes in.
All right, so I guess you were talking about Jimmy. Go ahead and finish, man, because I'll catch up.
So earlier, this like yesterday, I had tweeted out right that 5 teams have inquired about Jimmy Garoppolo, according to a guy.
Marino.
Yeah, Cam Marino, I think was his name. He's a reporter for the Dolphins. He reported that the Lions, the Seahawks, the Texans, the Falcons, and the 15 wasn't the Browns. It was the Dolphins instead, were the teams that have inquired about Jimmy Garoppolo. And a lot of people in my mentions were like, how is that possible? None of these teams have cap space to take on Garoppolo's contract. And then the other half were saying, oh, the 49ers are going to have to eat money to take on Jimmy Garoppolo's contract. Both of those things are incorrect. Jimmy Garoppolo, wherever he plays in 2022, no matter what the situation ends up being, he is not earning $24.2 million this year. He's either going to get a rework contract, which is possible because his salary is non-guaranteed. So other teams, it's essentially Jimmy Garoppolo is a free agent right now in contract negotiations. They are negotiating a contract for Garoppolo's side and for the other side to be worked out. And so he's a free agent right now because he has a non-guaranteed contract. However, it's essentially like, think of it in the NBA terms, think of it as like a sign and trade. Right now, Garoppolo has a contract, but that contract is essentially invalid. And so now he is reworking that contract with another team. If a trade gets figured out, it will be to Garoppolo's liking because he essentially can choose who he reworks his contract with, and the teams can also choose to refuse to work with Garoppolo. So he's going to essentially choose his destination via trade or via release.
Okay. I'm texting them, so don't mind me. I'm texting Restream because at the end of the day, I'm still paying them. So they need to figure this out. I just wanted you to know that. Let me read these contributions. I want to touch in on the Jimmy situation, but I can't put your contributions up because when I exited out, it took away whatever I starred. So I'm sorry. So I'll go ahead and go back to YouTube and read them. I'm going to get the foghorn ready. Super chat contributions. Tanya, good morning, bro. What games at Levi's are you going to? I can't wait to meet you in the Niner fam. I'll be at the Chargers Dolphins and home opener. And I'm going to need you to be at that game. What's the game before New Year's? What's the Christmas game?
Christmas game is week 16. It'll be the Commanders, Washington Commanders.
If you could be at that Watch the Commanders game, I'll be at that game. I think that's the only time I'm going to be able to travel out west. So I'm going to make it a family trip so that I could take my wife and my son to see his grandparents. Yeah. And then I'll go to that game and then flying out to Vegas.
That's perfect.
For New Year's. So, yeah, I want to meet everybody on that coast that day. I don't care if we get together and have a fucking barbecue. I just want to meet everybody and break bread and have fun. You know what I'm saying? So if we can go ahead and set that up, that'd be dope. I know Miss Debbie be down.
That 2-day period is actually when I'm coming home as well.
Awesome.
From college, like a couple days before that.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Tanya, thank you for the contribution. I think next up we have Gammon. This is at Sean. This is so funny and I'm so mad I can't post it. I think the ladies are winning this one. I hope I didn't forget to read something. I got to scroll back up. Peachy, shout out to you. Thank you for manning the chat and sending me all the text messages. Shout out to Lake City Fresh, sending me text messages. I appreciate that. This is why I give you my number because sometimes I just don't know what's going on and I appreciate that. Gammon, you're funny though. And I think the last one that I'm going to be able to read is this one from John V. This is my bro right here. He out in Cleveland just chilling. I know it's hot as hell. He on the East Coast. WayneBreezie is good. Close enough to the original? No. I need in on that fantasy league and especially that Madden league. Where do I got to sign up? I'm going to send out the signups. I got about 5 or 6 email addresses already. I'll make sure I get yours. I'm trying to get all 32 teams filled for that Madden league. The fantasy league, I'll make sure you get the link to that. Listen, Rohan, Peachy and I are really close, right? So every week we would talk about fantasy football, right? To help each other in like our other leagues, but I forgot she was in my league. That chick is smart as hell. She was picking up cats on the waiver wire I ain't never heard of and rocking out. So Peachy is dope. I'm telling you right now, she's dope. So if you really want in on this league, who came in? I don't remember the order of my league. Did I come in second? I don't remember. All I know is Peachy won the championship. Peachy, do you have a picture of the belt? If so, text it to me. I want to show everybody. That belt is sweet. Now, the belt costs some money. So the league costs about, I'm going to up the thing to $30 this year because the belt costs more than what I thought last year. So I'm going to up it to $30, but the belt is super official and I custom make it for you. So let's say you want a white belt with the gold and the red, whatever trimming, whatever, I'll custom to it, whatever team it is. So it's not just for 49er fans. If you're a fan of a different team, like the Remilia Sports Report, they want to get in on it, it'll be custom made to what he wants, whatever it is, if he chooses and he wins the thing. All right. Shout out to all the contributions. I got to talk to you about this Jimmy situation, and I want to talk about the 5 teams. I don't have any graphics for it or whatever like that, but I do have them in my phone. Oh my gosh, man. I got a picture of it's cleats. Them joints is fire, but I ain't going to tell y'all yet, just in case y'all didn't see it. All right. So Cam Marino is the guy. The 5 teams. Did you name the 5 teams yet?
Yeah, so the 5 teams are the Dolphins,
the
Seahawks, the Lions, the Texans, and the Falcons.
All right, let's talk about this, man, because Mike and I talked about this last night on Nothing But Niners, and we did a little exercise, and I kind of want to do another exercise. No, GSU for life, you can't have the money. The belt is official. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, the belt is official. I like giving out trophies and stuff, but I wanted to up the thing to a belt. All right, let's talk about this, because when you're looking at those 5 teams, right? Yeah. Which one of those 5 teams, Rohan, does Jimmy really have a shot at being traded to? I don't care about what we're going to get for him. I don't think the 49ers care anymore at this point. I think they want to get something, and I think that's the main thing. It's always been the main thing. I know a lot of people says the reason why they're not cutting Jimmy is because they want to get something for Jimmy or whatnot, and we get it. We know that. We've been knowing that. The something used to be a 2nd-round pick, then it was a 3rd-round pick, and it's probably going to be a 5th, 6th, 7th-round pick, if that. But which one of those 5 teams do you really think Jimmy has a shot at becoming the starting quarterback?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to a point I said just a couple minutes ago. Jimmy Garoppolo essentially gets to choose his next destination because he doesn't have to choose to rework his contract with the team.
True.
And if none of those figure out and he doesn't like the teams that are interested, he can ask for a release. I'm assuming the 49ers will grant the release after making this trade request official. I'm assuming he'll request a release. The 49ers will grant it. And the 49ers, I know my guy Vish said this, the 49ers are going to look like geniuses no matter how this plays out. Mm-hmm. They're either going to trade Garoppolo to a team of his liking with a rework contract, or they're going to release him. And it's going to be like, oh, a 5-year franchise icon is now being granted his release because he requested it. And Vish compared it to the Navarro Bowman situation, and the 49ers look really good there. So this is it's going to be good PR regardless. But to me, if we're looking at these 5 teams, Jimmy Garoppolo is looking not only for this contract, but more importantly for his next contract. And I don't think any of these 5 teams are significantly better than other teams on the market that might be available, potentially the Pittsburgh Steelers, potentially the Cleveland Browns, and other teams that might be interested like that on the open market for a cheaper salary and not giving up anything. Because when you look at all these 5 teams, right, real quick, the Texans, they don't have a great infrastructure on the offensive line. They have solid weapons, but also they have a quarterback in Davis Mills, so I don't think that they're going to move on from. The Seahawks have the worst offensive line in football, and they lost their best offensive lineman this past offseason in Dwayne Brown. The Lions are still rebuilding. They have a good offensive line. It's just the weapons. They don't have very good weapons at all. They have Jameson Williams, but Jameson Williams right now is injured. I don't know if he's going to be healthy to start the year. The Falcons are interesting, but they also have a pretty poor offensive line. They have one of the bottom 5 ones in the league, according to PFF. And then the Dolphins. The Dolphins, to me, is the very interesting one. But are they going to move off Tua after the insane amount of confidence that they put in him this past offseason, be it Tyreek Hill or Mike McDaniel?
That's a good question. Now, if out of those 5, which one would you pick if you were Jimmy? If you had to pick those 5, if you had to pick out of those 5,
I think it's easy. I think I go with the Dolphins 100%.
Yeah,
they have the best structure for sure.
Exactly. And not just for infrastructure purposes, like as far as the way the team is built, you have to remember Jimmy was probably most successful under Mike McDaniel. They've upgraded the running back system, right? And so they got Raheem Mostert. Jimmy's going to be familiar with Raheem Mostert. And I think if the general manager from the Dolphins is in on this and they really want a shot, because this is what you got to look at. I don't give a freak about Tua. Right at the end, and I can guarantee you, if my uncle is watching this on Facebook, he knows Tua sucks. Right now, he called me during the day that tree fell in my yard. We had an hour-long conversation, and he was telling me how stupid I was about wanting to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. So I said, "Well, why don't you take him?" And then he got silent. So I'm not sure if he got silent because he was like, maybe that's a good idea, or if he got silent because he didn't want Jimmy Garoppolo. But here's the thing. So I wanted to put this disclaimer out there because I know a lot of people, when it comes to me, not you, but when it comes to me, everybody thinks I'm this big Jimmy hater. That's kind of how they're portraying WayneBreezie as the Jimmy hater. When I was the super Jimmy supporter at the end of the 2019 season, I was the one that said Jimmy is going to be like a top 5 quarterback. Unfortunately, he got injured, right? So I was a big Jimmy supporter. Then Jimmy regressed. So when he regressed and we started to see his limitations come into play, first of all, every quarterback, bro, throws interceptions. That's not the issue. The issue was he's not learning from after throwing those interceptions, which is telling me, oh, this guy is at this thing way up here called the ceiling. He's there. Like he hit it. He can't go higher. His ceiling is low and it's set and it's what it is, right? And so it's time to move on. And it's okay, right? That's what football teams, organizations do. They move on from players. Why? It's a freaking business. There's no one more genius in moving on from players. It was Bill Walsh. Now it's Bill Belichick. I'm going to tell you right now, he will move off from a star and a heartbeat. And so you got to do this in order to keep, like you said, the infrastructure. Here's what I like about Miami, though, bro. They're built, like you said, they have the head coach that he's familiar with. He can probably beat out Tua. The only thing Tua would have him is in athleticism and maybe the deep ball down the field. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the only thing Tua's better. But guess who they got? Tyreek Hill. What can Tyreek do? Let me ask you this question. Can Tyreek Hill do everything you saw Deebo Samuel do last year?
Tyreek Hill can be that player. I mean, he even said it. He wants to be that player, and Mike McDaniel said he wants to use him as that type of player.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm asking because people think that I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, thinking that Jimmy can go there. Now it's harder because there is another player there named Teddy Bridgewater, right? Yeah. And so now that's what makes it harder. And Mike, Mike Andrews let me know, like, yo, they got Teddy ready with the 1-2 checker. And I'm like, yeah, but Teddy, what has Teddy really done? I mean, Teddy's to me, Teddy is in that Geno Smith category now of football quarterbacks, right? He's in that, he's there. He's in that Tyrod Taylor. Like, and I'm not comparing them just because, the color of their skin. I'm just saying they're those he's like in that new Ryan Fitzpatrick, the journeyman. That's the word I'm looking for. He's in that category of quarterbacks no more. He'll never be a star again. He'll never be, what he was. He was good in Minnesota. He got injured, unfortunately. And I just think Teddy's in that role. Teddy's a role-playing quarterback. Jimmy wants to be a starter. That would be the perfect team for him. In the best situation. Now, out of those 5 teams, Houston would be where Jimmy can go and become the Don Juan of quarterbacks. And then look at that conference. Who's in that conference, bro? Matt Ryan. Who else is the quarterbacks in that conference? Trevor Lawrence.
Is Trevor Lawrence, and then Ryan Tannehill.
And then Ryan Tannehill. Now, I know Ryan Tannehill beat Jimmy Garoppolo, but I don't know. I just think Jimmy would have his best shot in Houston. And if I'm Jimmy, put me on that team that you're saying is this really super duper underdog, and let me show you how I can be a quarterback to help win that team, like help make that team win. That's my competitive nature, though. That's how I would be if I was Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, you're trying to say Houston's not good? Well, let me show you how I can make them better. That's me, though. I'm hoping Jimmy has that same thing, and that Nick Cassero connection is another connection that we're not talking about. It's all going to come down to connections. Then, like Peachy says, he has the connection in Atlanta. Yep. Atlanta might want to bring in Jimmy Garoppolo to compete against Marcus Mariota, which I think Jimmy is 10 times better than Marcus Mariota. And I want to put this disclaimer out there. Again, I don't think Jimmy's a bad quarterback. I just think Jimmy's a bad fit for the 49ers.
And it's not only just that he's a bad fit, it's run its course, right? The 49ers clearly were limited in their offensive capacity. And you saw what Kyle Shanahan did with Matt Ryan. He should want a quarterback that's more similar to Matt Ryan, meaning he should want a quarterback that's able to stretch the field, hit outside the numbers, because that's what he did with Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. And you talk about the Atlanta connection. I'm going to say one point first. What has been the entire argument for trading for Jimmy Garoppolo, or the enticing part of Jimmy Garoppolo? He wins. That is what everybody talks about when saying why Jimmy Garoppolo is a good quarterback. He wins 38-16, one of the best records in all of football of all time for a starting quarterback. And so to me, I think Jimmy Garoppolo's next contract is also dependent on that same moniker. Can he win where he goes? And so to me, I think it matters where I think Jimmy Garoppolo will definitely look and choose cautiously. I don't think he'll end up in a roster or in a place where he can't have a winning record in 2021, or at least can't have the chance for a winning record in 2021, because he then takes away the one thing that teams really, really rave about him for, and that's winning. That's why I think Miami is a good situation. But then again, you said, let's look at Atlanta. What's the Atlanta connection, you say? Peachy brought it up earlier. Atlanta recently hired Ryan Pace to their front office. Ryan Pace, the former GM of the Chicago Bears, the failed GM of the Chicago Bears, if we're being honest. But Ryan Pace is now in Atlanta. He has the connection with Jimmy Garoppolo, who was a Chicago-born guy, went to Eastern Illinois, same with Ryan Pace. And so they have the connection there. The other guy who went to Eastern Illinois, coincidentally, is Mike Shanahan, who now Jimmy Garoppolo was on his team back in San Francisco. But talking about the connection, Ryan Pace has reportedly wanted to bring Jimmy Garoppolo to Atlanta. He definitely would be an upgrade at the moment over Marcus Mariota and over Desmond Ridder, who I think reports, at least early reports, have indicated that he likely will not start this year to start the season. He likely needs a little bit more time to get into the groove of it. So he could be a good starter for them in that division where it is competitive. Carolina just got Baker Mayfield, so they should be winning a couple more games than expected now. Obviously, the Saints are returning Jameis Winston from a torn ACL, and they were still pretty competitive with this extremely subpar quarterback room last year. Then obviously you have the Buccaneers. So if the Falcons, if their goal is to be competitive in 2021, rather than continue their rebuild and get another top pick next year, I think that could be an enticing look for Jimmy Garoppolo, although I don't think he'll win as much. I'm reading. That's funny. Am I reading from a teleprompter?
Yo, you gotta love this, man. This is so funny. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, man. If you're just tuning in, I'm always having technical difficulties with Restream. I'm the only Restreamer out there. You know, Rohan uses it, never has technical difficulties, except for that one time.
Yeah, that one time was weird.
That was weird.
Had to go indoors and yours worked.
Right. So let me explain for those that are just tuning in what's really going on, right? And for those that don't know what's really going on. Okay, so I've been with Restream for a year, okay? Brandon and everybody else that's watching it. And Restream has had, I've watched them grow. You know what I'm saying? They were new. I'm like, let me go with the new guy. Now, when you go with something new, it's going to have some kinks, all right? It's going to have some kinks in the chain. And I've worked and rocked with them. I've complained to them privately. I never really called them out on anything or anything like that. And I won't do that anyway. I'm not going to badmouth Restream. But here's the situation. My contract, it expired and it renewed automatically. Okay. Now, what I paid, they upgraded me to a higher premium at $1,000. Okay. So I want to let everybody know what's really going on. I said $1,000. What the? So I contacted them and said, "What? Why would I pay y'all $1,000?" So then she said she couldn't do anything to help me, and due to the policy, she couldn't refund me my money. So I said, "Okay." My bank called for fraud. I said, "It's not fraud. I know who they are. I just don't want to pay them $1,000." So what ended up happening is I put in the case, and so they did me a solid. I got an email this morning saying, "Hey, we usually don't do this, but we're going to refund you your money." But this was after I made the show, saying we were going to go live, and so when I got in here to get into the screen and settings, I noticed everything was off. It was like really too late to change anything. There was no way I could join StreamYard that fast, set up everything and have a show. And I didn't want to cancel. It was 11:21 at the time. So then all of a sudden, bro, I'm like, okay, I can't fix this. The camera's way off. It looked weird. I had to have my camera tilted down, zoomed in just to see me. It was super close. Now I'm not super close anymore because I changed the adjustments on the camera. Right, set it to 720 because my StreamYard is streaming now at 720, not at the 1080-60 that I normally stream. And I'm thinking that's the situation. And so here we are with a weird looking odd show. Rohan, you're getting only a third of his screen. You're getting 8/3 of my screen. And I'm sorry if it looks bad, but I still thank y'all for rocking out with your boy Breezie on the show. And I can promise you next week, this will all be ironed out because unfortunately, I'm going to be taking my talents to another streaming service.
Taking his talents to South Beach, aka StreamYard.
And on that note, contribution from Sean. PSJ is the Mark Jackson and Trey the Steve Kerr of the 49ers. Who's PSJ?
That's a question that I'm trying to think about too.
PSJ. That's not Jimmy.
Oh, porn star Jimmy. Okay.
God dang it. I forgot he even did that. That was so long ago. Yeah, PSJ is the Mark Jackson and Trey is the Steve Kerr. Okay. Really? I thought Mark Jackson was good.
Yeah. Mark Jackson was underrated. He was good.
Okay.
But, okay, I can see it.
This is funny, yo. Brandon says you're squeezing into the screen. I just wanted to be transparent. I see y'all questions out there. We're going to get to the questions. I promise when you put question in your comment and I see it, I star it and I'll get back to that. Contributions, if they're contributed, they'll be read first. And then we'll get to some of the questions. Rohan, all right, that's enough on Jimmy. Jimmy's getting traded. Now, here's the thing. It's going to be, in my opinion, yeah, everybody's like, what the freak? It's going to be, I don't think Jimmy's getting traded until like August 25th-ish to the 30th. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
This is the one question that I've gone back and forth about because obviously we saw the Schefter report after the Rappaport report. Schefter saying that Jimmy Garoppolo has been cleared to throw, meaning he is healthy. Rappaport saying Jimmy Garoppolo will be cleared in mid-August to make all the throws. So I don't know to what extent Jimmy Garoppolo is cleared to right now. And it's really all dependent on his health. The trade, we can only see, or we can only really envision a Garoppolo trade once he's fully healthy. And I don't know when that will be. August 25th is an interesting day. August 30th is the cut down day, meaning the 49ers will make a move about Jimmy Garoppolo by August 30th, be it a trade or a release, in my opinion. But I think August 25th is too late. I think it's not enough time to implement him into your game plan, implement him into your system with just 2 weeks left before the September 12th-ish is when it starts. I think that's like 17 days, unless they've already started giving the Garoppolo the playbook ahead of time prior to the trade. But then again, why would you give someone the playbook, the full playbook, when you aren't going to have them on your roster? So it is a complicated question. I personally think if a trade is going to happen, it's going to happen earlier than later. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo, if that trade doesn't happen probably by mid-August, he's going to grant a request to release, and the 49ers are going to grant his release.
So the 49ers, you're saying, and I like this, all right? And this is very, very well thought of from you. Very well calculated as well, like how you have your date set up, and I like it, and I think it makes sense. I'm still under the theory that the 49ers want something, and I don't think they care about Jimmy being ready for another team. Now, that might hinder the trade, but something can always happen in training camp, and a team is going to be needy. And when the team needs something, then they're going to have to do what they have to do. Maybe I'm just going to take that route and just say that. And that's why I said the 25th, because here's the thing. Remember, there was one of the tweets that said, was it the Adam Schefter tweet, or was it the Ian Rappaport? I can't remember which one it was, that, the 49ers are going to use him in caution or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so my breakdown of that is, well, the 49ers really don't want him on the field, period. You know what I'm saying? They want him to be as healthy as possible. Right. Right. And so if the team, and my thing is this, teams, if you don't know what Jimmy Garoppolo can do by now, then I mean, whatever. But I don't think the 49ers are going to chart him on the field. And two reasons why, right? They don't want him to get injured is number one. Number two, or have any setbacks. Number two, Jimmy's probably not going to want to be on the field because he ain't getting paid for it. There's no more workout bonus. There's nothing. Nothing's guaranteed anymore in this contract. Jimmy won't get any money until week 1, right, of that contract. Like if he's on the roster after August 30th. And so, I'm with you. I'm hoping they cut. No, I don't want to say it like that. That's harsh. I'm hoping they release him, so that he can have enough time. And that's the solid that you're talking about, okay? So you said that earlier on the show. You said that Vish made that comparison with the Navarro Bowman. They like their players. They like to keep things open. That was shout out to you and Vish for that. Shout out to Vish for that. Like, that's super smart on. So they may do what you said. If they don't have a trade by August 15th, they'll release him. At some point, though, I want the 49ers to be dogs, though, man. Come on, man. This guy has effed you like bad. You couldn't trade him. You couldn't get anything for him. And I'm not saying be that guy, but be that freaking guy for once in your life, man. Just be a dog. Just don't worry about where he goes, what he does. That's why I'm okay if he goes to Seattle. If Jimmy Garoppolo goes to Seattle and he beats the 49ers, then me and Kyle Shanahan got to sit down and have a man-to-man conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I said this earlier. I would be happy if he went to Seattle. I understand that he knows our playbook. I understand all that. But guess what? If he goes to Seattle, what happens is Seattle wins more games than they should. They don't get a top 5 pick. They don't get a top quarterback in this next draft, which is a quarterback-heavy draft. The way that you rebuild is you start with the quarterback and then you build out from there. You branch out from that. Seattle isn't going to get that opportunity. That rebuild gets pushed back at least another year. And to me, that's good for the 49ers because Seattle is stuck in this 6-10, 5-11 land, and they just don't have the capacity to continue to improve at the rate that they want to if they win more games than they should.
Yeah. The Jimmy situation is going to be awkwardly weird for a little while. And so guys, stick around because there's going to be plenty of stuff to break down. Now, something that we need to look forward to is training camp because we have a new quarterback and it's a new era. It's a new day. It's a new day. All right. And we're talking about Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, let's just talk about Trey Lance. And I'm sure we talked about expectations before. I have this feeling that Trey Lance is just going to be great straight out the gate, bro. Like, I don't see the super duper learning curve that everyone is nervous about. And here are my reasons. Reason number one is he's faced adversity before and he found a way to overcome it. So that's not new to him. And if you don't remember, go back to his collegiate days. He was supposed to go to University of Minnesota and play what?
Yeah, he was supposed
Linebacker.
to. Was he going on a walk on or something like that, or
Not
did
the
he get?
University of Minnesota. He had a scholarship. They offered him a scholarship to be a linebacker.
Yeah.
Okay. Division 1 scholarship, Division 1A scholarship to be a linebacker. He was like, nah, I want to be a quarterback. They were like, not on this squad. Hence why he chose North Dakota State. They gave him the opportunity and he became a quarterback, and he became a pretty darn good one, even in the limited sample space amount of time. And so now it's all about him getting acclimated to football speed, right? Now, let me ask you this. Do you think the 10 quarters he played is enough of him getting acclimated to the football speed? I want to know what your thoughts are. He played 10 quarters of NFL football. Is that enough? Because if that's enough in your eyes, bro, Trey Lance is going to be a motherfucking monster.
I don't think that's enough, if we're being honest. I don't think, I still think we're going to get the ups and downs. But I think the point that many have been trying to hammer, it's okay to have ups and downs with Trey Lance. This entire team is built around him to the point where if he struggles, there are many different players that can pick it up. The run game should be stronger than it was last year. We were the 7th ranked run game in terms of yards and the 6th ranked run game in terms of touchdowns last year. And not only do we get a healthy Elijah Mitchell back who only played in 11 games last year, you add a bruiser in Tyrion Davis-Price, and you're probably going to have Deebo Samuel run methodically next year rather than bank all of his carries towards the second half of the season where he was rushing a lot more than expected. And so to me, especially, I can't forget the elephant in the room, Trey Lance and his running skill as well is going to only open up the play action and the shotgun. I'll pull out a stat that I wrote about a couple weeks ago. Shotgun and shotgun and under center. Elijah Mitchell worked really well under center last year. 5.1 yards per carry, and under center, especially these were a lot on first down situations. He had over 5 yards a carry on first down situations when it was a run, when teams knew that he was running. Deebo Samuel, on the other hand, had 7.4 yards per carry when he was out of the shotgun. So you have the two balancing sides, and now you have Trey Lance who can work in both ways, and people aren't going to anticipate a run because he's got not only his running ability but the ability to throw that ball as well really well. And so to me, I don't think it's enough, but offensively, I think the 49ers have the pieces, and then defensively, we've won games purely because of our defense before. You look back to last year, week 2 against the Philadelphia Eagles is the game that I'll point out. 17-11. We shut that offense down to just 11 points. Jalen Hurts near 50% completion rate. And I think our defense even got better this year. So I think we have the pieces around us to where Trey Lance can experience those ups and downs to the point where he gets acclimated to the NFL environment in the early weeks, yet the 49ers can still pick up victories.
And so, look, I agree. But what I'm saying is I still think Trey Lance, whether he has ups or downs or not, those are my expectations. So I expect that. I'm not saying Trey Lance is going to go out there and be Mr. Motherfucking Perfect, spit gum out and slap it and be able to hit it every single time. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think the league is going to have to watch out for a kid they know nothing about. And I think that 10-quarter situation was by design. I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch knew everything they were going to get from Trey Lance once they were going to insert him into this offense. Trey Lance now is the go. He's the green light. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy until he's not, right? He's the guy. And so what I'm trying to say is that Trey Lance is going to be something that we've just never seen before in the 49ers organization. And there was a comment about Kaepernick. It was almost, I'm not comparing Trey Lance to Kaepernick, but Kaepernick was something that the league had never seen before, right? And then it took the league by storm. Now, I think, in my opinion, as much as I love Jim Harbaugh, I I think Kyle Shanahan is just a smarter coach. I think Jim Harbaugh is a grittier coach. I think Kyle's a more gutsy guy, but I think Kyle Shanahan is a more smart mental guy. And I think when he sees something in something, he's always looking to mastermind the next 6 or 7 plays from something that happened on a play that he called that wasn't properly executed. I think with Trey Lance being in the realm, I think it allows the execution of plays, it allows the percentage of the execution of plays to go up. Why? Because Trey Lance has the ability to extend plays. I'm not saying anything different than what Steve Young has said or whatever like that. Matter of fact, we probably said it first. You, myself, Peachy, the crew, everybody that content creates, right? We've said this guy has this ability. We just haven't seen it yet. And so all I'm saying is I think Trey Lance is going to come in here and be successful right away. And can I just piggyback off of everything you said? Starts with the defense. Starts with the defense. Number 2, run game. Your defense got better if your run game got better. Now, here's something interesting about the run game, and I don't remember if you wrote about this. That was without Raheem Mostert.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Look me in my eyes, y'all. That was without Raheem Mostert. So can you imagine year 2 with this run game? I'm not going to say that Anthony Lynn is a better running backs coach than Bobby Turner, but he's definitely a running backs coach. I'm going to leave it at that. It ain't like we just brought in some scrub guy to come in here and work with the running backs. Nah, you brought in a running back, bro. A pretty damn solid one. A guy that made Austin Eckler look famous. A guy that made Justin, what was their other running back? He made those running backs look good. And Melvin Ingram. Melvin
Gordon.
What is his name?
Melvin Gordon.
Thank you. You get what I'm saying? So having Lynn work with teaching Mitchell how to protect his body a little bit better. You saw the first thing Mitchell did was he gained muscle.
Yeah.
Now you just drafted another bell cow in TDP. If TDP's mentality is pass protection, I can tell you that right now. That's his first thing. Everything else is secondary to him. He wants to make sure he's able to be back there to protect his quarterback. Everything else you get from TDP, I know he's a running back, is going to be a bonus. So all I'm saying is I think Trey Lance, if he struggles, it's okay. I just don't see it because I don't think he has that struggling gene. Now, will he have off games? Absolutely. All players do. Defensive players, y'all, and you know what? When he does, talk y'all stuff because that's what we do. We talk our trash. We do it. We down players. You know what was interesting? Did you watch the interview with Mike McGlinchey and Brad the other day?
Yeah.
So here's the fun. I've grown a new respect for Mike McGlinchey. Shout out to Brad, SF 49ers. But I felt like this was going to be a good year for Mike McGlinchey. And I know a lot of people were worried about him coming off the injury, which that's fine. That's fair. But this is a contract year for him. And so he talked about the thing that stood out to me the most was he said that, when you miss a play, like that's what they know that's what highlights. Everybody's going to down you for that, blah, blah, blah. You give up a sack, blah, blah, blah. You miss a block, blah, blah, blah. But they don't remember like the other plays before that play because those plays aren't highlighted. And then he mentioned like a play on like a 2nd and 4. Like, how did we get to the 2nd and 4? It was from like a dope block by Mike McGlinchey. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought about that and I'm like, you know what? Damn, he's right, man. Because when it comes to offensive linemen, either you're super protective and nothing happens, but when it does, be ready to get crucified. And here's what's consistent about that. I've watched him do it to Trent Williams too. Right. And so Mike is right. That was right. It's not about what you do on 2nd and 5. It's about what you do on 3rd down. That's what it comes down to. And so I'm going to say that goes for every player out there, man. I think these players are going to go out there and we're going to see a tremendous training camp. Trey Lance is going to have a great camp with or without Deebo Samuel participating.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to see it firsthand, so I'm excited for sure.
Oh, snap. All right. So this is, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Rohan is about to become super famous. He's going to get his 1,000 subscribers. He's probably going to reach 5K before me because he's going to be out there getting real-time footage. But you know what? I got a secret weapon out there, Rohan. So good luck. It's on, baby. It's on. I can tell you that right now. Now, unfortunately, I can't be at the training camp. Somebody asked me, was I going to be able to be there? No, I don't live on that side of the country. And so, unfortunately, I can't be there. But shout out to everybody that's going to be there. Rohan, you're going to be there. Please seize the moment. Carpe diem, bro. Carpe diem. Seize the freaking moment. Go out there and do the work, the great work that you do. You're going to be phenomenal out there. And most importantly, make connections. Make the right connections. I'm sorry. Don't just make any connection. Make the right ones.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll be fun for sure. And like you said, Trey Lance, he's got everything right out there, right? Like he's got in the early part of the offseason, he threw for 75% of his passes completed. So like the concerns that are there are accuracy and durability. The accuracy part in the non-padded section, he was pretty good. We'll see how he fares now in training camp, and can he remain durable throughout the entirety of training camp. The 49ers host training camp sessions back to back to back, right? I can pull up the dates, but I know that the 26th is when they report. 27 is the first open date. Trey Lance is definitely practicing on the 26th. It's the first day. 27 is practice there. 28th, there's practice. I think there's practice then on the 30th. Like, what I mean is, we're going to really see, is this arm fatigue issue a real issue or not? I know some sources have reported about it. I know Matt Mayoko has also touched about it. But right now, this is like the prime time because you're going to see Trey Lance practice on back-to-back days. Whereas the concern with him before that, guys like Colin Cowherd and Mike Silver pointed out, was that he couldn't practice for back-to-back days. He needed days off after throwing. So that is the thing.
Trey Lance, day 1, 26th, 27th, 28th. I don't think arm fatigue is going to be an issue. But if it is, it's okay. Because when you throw a ball multiple times, your arm's going to get tired. It's just something natural. Like, dude, I went running 5 days in a row. My freaking legs hurt. Like, you know what I mean? What's that saying? Yesterday's legs aren't today's legs. Well, yesterday's arm isn't today's arm. So it all comes down to how he's feeling and what type of, rehab he's going to get on the throwing shoulder and the throwing arm and things like that. And so at the end of the day, though, like, it's not going to be an issue throughout the season because he can always get more rest during the season. He's not playing a game every day. But practicing every day is something different. And listen, Trey Lance is a competitor. He's going to be out there doing his thing. And that's what we want to see him do. And I'm so jealous of you guys. I got to read a couple of contributions real quick. So hold on one second. Let me get to these. Also, I have an update on Restream. So stand by. Johnny Robinson. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Touchdown! Love the show. Keep doing your thing. Hey, man, we appreciate you. Johnny got the Muhammad Ali boxing gloves up there, bro. And on top of that, we got 15 minutes. We're going to get to some Q&A with the faithful out there. Johnny Robinson says, "Boo, keep doing your thing. I like the boxing gloves. Did you see Trent Williams getting his box on, bro?"
I did not know.
Yeah, Trent man. He's in the ring, man. He's in the ring training, man.
I would not want to be his trainer.
Yo, if he lands a punch, expect full impact.
It's night then. It's night.
You know what? I told myself I'd never do that, but since I'm a 49er fan, fuck it. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? That junk hurt my feelings, Joe. Let me tell you how much that hurt my feelings, Joe. I like Curry, right? But when he did that to my team, that shit hurt. Because I had to go night-night with him. And it's like, what can I say? There's nothing I could do because he literally made the team go night-night. Like, Curry stepped up in the playoffs, yo. Like, Curry looked like one of the greatest players to ever play the sport in that particular series. All right, so shout out to Steph Curry, and I know you guys are, Golden State Warrior fans. All right, man. Luke Luna, my dude, stay blessed. Hey, man, love you, bro, man. Stay safe out there. Stay hydrated, all that good stuff. I know you is where the heat is. I got a couple of questions I want to get to that I think I highlighted. We got one from Raphael. He was asking me, was I attending the camp? You said you're going to be there on which day? Because maybe you can meet up with some of these guys and gals.
I am going to be there on almost every day, actually.
So, guys, please DM Rohan on Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And
Anybody wants to just meet up and talk, yeah, I'm definitely down.
listen, take Rohan out to lunch. All right. Make sure you guys take care of him. And have some fun. Yo, you guys have a great time out there and pick his brain. Yo, Rohan has one of the most interesting, beautiful minds that I've ever met. I'm so glad that he, chose to link up with somebody like myself. And I'm so glad he's given me the opportunity to rock with him on his show as well. And we're going to be getting that going back in August. So get ready for his show. It's going to be so cool. We're going to revamp some things. Now, I got one more question that I saw, and I'll go back and check. Are the crew doing live streams from the games this year? Yes.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So I will be at least 4 or 5 games, and I'm going to try to set up for live stuff going. Obviously, I can't show certain things. I'm going to make sure I got my rules intact, my team is intact. So yes, we're going to be going live from some of the games. Also, we're going to be bringing you the Sizzling Sunday show, which is the official 49er tailgate show. And we're going to be tailgating, obviously, from some of the games. The first one's going to be in Chicago. I'm going to put together a nice little TV show of us, doing some food stuff out there. And then we're going to get to the tailgate and see if anybody can whip up some of the things, that we got through, we learned in Chicago. So it's going to be really cool. So Period Niner Fan 87, yes. All right, let's see if there are any more questions out there that I missed. Update on Restream. I got this update. All right. Rohan, if you're doing a show today, just want to let you know, Restream had an outage last night. They are currently trying to get things back right. Might be issues all day. Shout out to my source, okay, that gave me that information. I got sources now. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my source. So it's a Restream thing. It's not me. It's Restream. All right. So it is what it is.
As always.
All right, guys, if you got a question that you want to ask myself or Rohan, all right, make sure you label it as question first. I got to give air horn to the notorious G-A-V. All right, absolutely. He wants to know, did we catch McGlinchey, what he said about Captain Juice? Rohan, I'm going to let you talk about this if you got a chance to hear that. Listen, the fact that everybody's calling him Captain Juice, I got to give Notorious G.A.V. a round of applause, man. He got that shit going.
He's been talking about it for months, and now it's like popping up now. That's cool.
But he's doing everything to solicit, Kyle Juszczyk getting a captain role, which he should be. All right. He's one of the leaders of the team. I've done a graphic for him. Others have done graphics for him. But here's what's the best part about this is that the players see that stuff, and now they're calling him Captain Juice. Any thoughts on what he said? Did you get a chance to hear what he said about it?
Yeah, there was like a 2-minute clip, right?
Yes, sir.
Where GAV did a comment, and it was like a $2 thing, and he asked like Captain Juice, and then I think Mike McGlinchey just raved about him, right, for like 2 minutes or so. I think it'll be interesting if Captain Juice really does come into fruition for 2022, because a lot of the veterans have departed, right? You got guys like K'Wan Williams, you got guys like Jaquaski Tart, and different veterans, like in Tomlinson as well, that have departed. And now Captain Juice is one of the older guys on the roster. He got a 5-year extension last year. He's one of the more veteran players now on the roster. So it'd be interesting if he gets the role or not.
I love it. I think he will get the role. Look, last year the running back role the captain role went to Raheem Mostert. This year I think the running back role, the captain's going to go to Juice. That
makes sense. I don't think they'll give it to Elijah Mitchell just yet. Second-year player, and the remainder. I don't even know if Jeff Wilson Jr. is the only other guy that could potentially get it, but I don't even know if he makes the roster at this point. So yeah, Juice makes the most sense.
Wow. Now that you said that, wow. All right, we got to talk about holding down a spot in Vegas for New Year's where all the faithful can meet one another and connect. No way one spot can hold everyone who is locking down spots. All right, so if you live in Vegas, Mariah, see if there's something we can work out, because Vegas is expensive. So, like, spot's gonna cost us grip. Let's see if there's something that we can do. I think everybody's going to be out there in Vegas. I hope you're going to be out there in Vegas. And we're going to be at the stadium watching the 49ers, destroy the Raiders. And yeah, I said destroy. So yeah, I would love for us to get together on one of those, like that Friday, so that way Saturday we can go out to like all the other events and things that are going to be going. I know John Chapman and his team is going to be hosting something, so that would be really cool. And then maybe we could do a get together thing. And I'll try to see if I could work out to where I'm going to perform at maybe one of the casinos in Vegas, and then maybe we could do a nightcap at one of the restaurants at the casino. I'll do a performance. We can eat, drink, be merry. So let's really try to plan for that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be dope. All right. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just looking for questions, guys. As usual, talking. I think I had one. Hold on. Don't forget to label your joint with question. Danny Albright wants to know who's my favorite player of all time. That's hard, but that's easy because it's Jerry Rice. Who's your favorite player of all time?
Now, I'm way younger than you. It depends. If we're talking player or 49ers, so I'm obviously
He
like
said
probably
player.
20 years younger. So player of all time, this is
Wait a
interesting.
minute. Did you just call me old? I just felt like you called.
Younger than you. I'm younger than you. I didn't call you old. I just said I was young,
Yeah, it's kind of like
A
the
little
same
wordplay.
thing.
A little wordplay.
Okay.
But favorite player of all time. I can tell you who it's not. It's definitely not Tom Brady. But I don't know. I think like I am a 49er guy, and the most tenured 49er guy when I was there, the one who I watched the most was Frank Gore. So I guess
Okay.
I'd go with him. But they were just I just like a lot of players. Like
There, I love football.
I love Alden Smith back in
Yes.
2012, 2013. Hey, Lake City Fresh. I ain't called y'all old as hell. I just said I'm young. That's it. Just
Lake is a writer, so I think he understood where I was coming from, Lake. I think I'm with you on this one, bro. And he did that shit with a smile too, so it was like one of those, yeah. All right. Anyway, continue. Carry on.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think it'd be Frank Gore. I'm not gonna lie, since I was I wasn't there during the time when the 49ers drafted Alex Smith. I was like 1 year old or like a couple months old. Um, I didn't really care that about the Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers part in the early part of my fandom. So Alex Smith, I actually did like him a solid amount because the 49ers did make the NFC Championship game, went to the Super Bowl with him. I know we never won it, but yeah, I liked him too. But Frank Gore probably is that guy. That guy.
Oh, and this is what you said. All right. So you got to remember, they're listening,
Oh
right?
no. Oh
You
no. They got
said
now.
you said way younger. That was the shot. That's what made my eyebrows rise. I'm like, did he just say way younger? You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. But we still love you, bro.
Yeah.
So we got some. We're talking about 49ers. So we got a couple of other questions now. I'm gonna follow up off that question from a colleague question because he wants to know who your favorite non-49er player is.
Ooh. I mean, there are a good amount right now. I don't know about all time. That's a tough question, but right now there are a good amount because like since 2016, I'd say is when I probably no 2017. The 2017 draft is really when I started scouting, and so I just fall in love with players that I scout highly compared to other players. Like 2017 was 2017 the Josh Allen. No, 2017 was the Mahomes draft. That was
Mahomes
when
draft, yeah.
So I really liked Deshaun Watson out of that draft. I thought he was QB1. So I liked him. I like Clemson him at Clemson coming out of college. So he is one, but really my favorite quarterback right now that is a non-49er is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, those are my two favorite quarterbacks.
All right, so you got a few. So my favorite non-49er player is a quarterback too, but I'm going to leave it at that, all right? So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Tom Brady. Right. It's Tom Brady.
Anyway, Rothesis has a question. Do you think Brandon will be wide receiver 1 over Debo? And who do you think will lead the Niners in rushing? I like these questions, dog. Let's go.
And if you talk about Brandon being wide receiver 1, it's an interesting question. Is this question being phrased as, do you think Brandon Ayuk will get more receiving yards or will playing as a wide receiver 1 role?
So answer it both ways, bro.
Yeah. So first of all, if it's the wide receiver 1 role, I don't think that happens. I think Deebo Samuel is the solidified wide receiver number 1. And if it's talking about receiving yards, I think you can make the argument. I don't think it happens. I still think Deebo Samuel gets a good amount of volume because in the beginning, in the early part of the season, Trey Lance might be more reliant on, I think the 49er offense might be more reliant on bubble screens, might be more reliant on plays closer to the line of scrimmage, but also utilizing Trey Lance's strengths, right? I think as the season goes on, I think there will be more consistency with the amount of throws that he throws to all three levels of the field. But overall, I just think that he'll rely more on Deebo Samuel earlier just because of how Deebo Samuel gets utilized. And so I think Deebo Samuel will still be wide receiver number one. But Brandon Ayuk, I do fully expect him to eclipse 1,000 yards this year. He's had periods of time in both of the last 2 seasons where he could have eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark, but for certain reasons. In 2020, it was because of COVID and injury that he just didn't play enough to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark. Last year, the first 6 games were anomalies. The really from week 7 onwards, if you put that over a 17-game season, he earns over 1,100 yards. So to me, I think Brandon Ayuk will reach the 1,000-yard mark with Trey Lance, but I don't know if he will be wide receiver one. I still have a little bit of doubt on that because I think Deebo Samuel will still be utilized pretty heavily.
Okay, I agree with you. I think he gets the 1,000 yards. I also agree that I think Debo's just wide receiver one. Period. It's that's the team they're going to game plan for. Hence why Brandon Ayuk's going to get his 1,000 yards. It's going to be relatively easier now. Why? Because the way they're going to try to cover Deebo Samuel. Deebo's going to have to elevate his game a little bit more. He's going to be, you know how we get mad at Nick Bosa get like triple covered? Now, well, Deebo's going to get probably covered, doubled with a bracket and whatever. And so some guys are going to be able to feast in that wide receiver pool. But I'm with you. I think Deebo's the number one guy. Do you think Brandon Ayuk gets over 5 touchdowns this year, over or under 5 touchdowns?
Over. I think it's over. I think, what did he have last year? I think it was 5 touchdowns last year.
He's averaged. Yeah, he's averaged 5 touchdowns since he's been playing football. So he's going to break that with what, 6?
I think so. I think he'll get over. I think that's one of the easier overs because, like I said right now, Brandon Ayuk, in my opinion, really hasn't played a full season in the NFL. I know he was active for the full season last year, but he didn't really have much volume in those first 6 weeks. I think if he really gets utilized fully in a 17-game season, he is going to easily eclipse that mark. He's had 5 touchdowns in both the last 2 years. I think he easily eclipses that mark now.
All right, we got to get to the super chat contribution and we got to get up out of here, man, because it's that time. Niner Cali boy Breezy, get with the 702 Niner Empire. They have a Niner bar. Somebody send me the details. Tell me how to get with them. Tell them to get with me, whatever. Let's hook it up. Let's make it poppin', man. I'm down to rock with anybody repping the red and gold, baby. That's how we do it. We family. We take care of one another. Let's go. 702 Niner Empire. Hope to holla at y'all real soon. All right, we got one more question we're going to get to. Then we got to read the poll question, all right? So the last question. Let's see if I can find a good, interesting one. All right, let's go with this one. We didn't hear from Notorious GAV. Out of all the rookies drafted this year, who do you see as future captain material? See, when y'all think of these questions, I'm glad y'all put some thought into this. This is a pretty tough one. Out of all the rookies we drafted,
the Mr. Captain Pusher himself, Notorious GAV. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Okay, so we're talking about rookies drafted. So obviously our first draft pick was
Drake Jackson.
Drake Jackson. Now, Drake Jackson was a good pick, but I don't think he'll ever be that guy just because Nick Bosa is there. And if you're picking at least one from a position group, I think Nick Bosa will always be the best player on the 49ers defense. So I think Nick Bosa will be that guy. We have TDP, Danny Gray, Spencer Burford, Samuel Womack, Nick Zakel, Kalia Davis, Tariq Castro-Fields, and Brock Purdy. Those are the rest of the guys. And I think if we're talking about one person that could be future captain material, I think this class is a little obviously weaker in that range just because we didn't have a first-round pick. But I'm going to go with Tyreek Davis-Price. I think there could be a time in the next couple of years that he could end up eventually leading the 49ers in rushing if he gets that role. I think with Anthony Lynn, that is the added benefit. It might not be this year that he leads the 49ers in rushing. I don't think that happens. But I think he has the potential to in the next couple of years. So I'll go on a shot in the dark. I'll say Tyreek Davis-Price because the 49ers do like that running back room.
Bam. All right. So I'm gonna go with a different route. I think it's gonna be Spencer Burford. I think he's going to end up being a captain at some point. He has the personality. He has the ideal, type of personality to win that locker room, to get the teammates. And he's an offensive lineman, and he's gonna be learning under Trent Williams, who's also a captain. So I can see him picking up that role and just being that guy, right? And so I'm going to go with Spencer Burford. I think he has captain written all over him at some point in his career, just like we saw, and then it's weird because the Trent Williams captain role is more like a captain led by an example, whereas the Joe Staley captain role was I'm an advocate voice. I'm the cat. I think Spencer Burford is like going to be in like the perfect mixture between the two of those guys. So I like Spencer Burford. I think he's, like you said, Notorious JV. He just looks like a natural leader. And if you reach out to him and he talks back to you, like our conversations be like, damn, you like my little brother. Like you're like him and Leon O'Neal give real good conversations. So if you want to know why I'm high on those guys, is because I get a chance to talk to them outside of like what you see. So like the conversations are really, really dope. So I think that's just a dope guy. I think he's going to be a dope player in the NFL, and I'm glad that he's a 49er. Listen, we've run out of time. Rohan, I know people can't see you like normal. Shout out to Restream. But let everybody know where they can follow you, and let everybody know what you got coming up for the rest of the week and where they can find you weekly. And let's get Rohan's channel to 1,000 subscribers. Okay? Please do so. Before you go, I do want to make this announcement. Catch Peachy tonight. She's going to be on the podcast, Niner Gang Pod, with my man Dion. Make sure you check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peachy's going to go up there and do what she does best. Shout out to you, Peach. And you guys have a great show. I'll definitely be tuned in from my gig. All right? So I'll be watching and supporting you guys from my gig. Rohan, you got the floor. Let's get up out of here, man. Thanks for joining the WayneBreezie Show, baby.
Yes, sir. As always, be sure to subscribe to the WayneBreezie Show. That's 100%. You got to do that. Make him get to 5K. I know he said I might get there, but you got to make sure he gets to that 5K. But follow me on Twitter, especially in the next coming weeks, because I will definitely be tweeting a ton during training camp. What I see, the content that I have out there. Be sure to hit me up on Twitter at Rohan Chakrav. That's where most of my content will be. I do host my own podcast. Be sure to check out my channel. It's just my full name, Rohan Chakravarthy, on YouTube. I'll be having a lot of content there. We'll have a show later today with my guy, Marco Martinez, resuming the 49ers Red Zone podcast. And just like Wayne, be sure to hit the 49ers Web Zone site up. I post a ton of content on there, write up a bunch of articles where I go a lot more in depth than maybe a 2-minute spiel. I go a lot more in depth typing it out. And if you like that type of content, be sure to hit up 49ers Web Zone. But Wayne, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for bringing me on. These morning shows are a blast. And yeah, we'll catch up soon.
Appreciate you, brother. Listen, man, stay up, stay faithful, man. Love you, dude.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Thank you, brother. I'll see you soon.
All right. And there I am in the edge of the corner because Restream. So I'm going to slide on over this way. There we go. All right. So we got to get Rohan to 1K. I'm also trying to get Mose to 1K. That's another thing. We got to get him to 1K. He's really close. Rohan's really close. And then Peachy, we start the tour. We start the award tour with Peachy. We get her channel popping, during the football season. It's going to be crazy. Don't forget to check out Peachy tonight on the Niner Game podcast with my boy Dion. Love you, bro. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Always stay up, stay faithful. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the freaking weekend. And don't forget to watch tonight. Peachy's going to be live, man. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching, y'all. Appreciate you. Always. Thank you so much for tuning in to stream. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks for watching.